way, I'ma drop it like a bomb. If I just stay focused, I can go beyond.
What's up, y'all? It is your girl Taylor Marquis, and I am back with another Bible study. I have to admit, I have been somewhat distracted. I have been distracted with my love life. I have been distracted with work. I have been distracted with motherhood. I have been distracted with planning for entrepreneurship. I have been distracted, but I have not stopped reading my word. I have several plans already planned out. I just haven't found the time to record, but here we are. God is still working on me, and I have been asking him for things in my life to fall through for me, and I just feel like it's not fair for me to keep asking for things if I'm not going to do something that I feel like I was led to do, which was these videos, regardless of how many views I get. The few people that do watch them have reached out and said, you know, when you gonna post another video? Y'all, I've been busy, but here I go. So recently I started reading the book of Ecclesiastes, and I like it. Honestly, it has it's very much relatable to where I am in life right now, with like me being distracted, me planning, me being a little lost, a little confused. What am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be right now? Will I ever be satisfied? Blah blah blah. And yeah, so this is a good book for me to cover. As we know, I do not start without praying. So if you will, bow your heads and close your eyes for prayer. Dear God, I come to you right now, first off saying thank you for the opportunity, because it has been a hassle for me to come to you on this camera, and to make time for that. And I know that this is something that I was passionate about in the beginning, and I just want to ask for your forgiveness for me slacking. I thank you for the few people that do watch, and do reach out and give me their thoughts about my videos. I thank you for them, and I pray that we grow. I pray that we reach more people. I pray that anyone who is watching this hears something at whatever time they're watching this and can relate. And I pray that it makes them want to pick up their Bible and read deeper into your word, and reach out to you for understanding, and understanding in ways that is more suitable to them. I pray that you lead the words that come out of my mouth, and I pray that you guide them into the right ears. I love you so much, dear Lord, and I thank you always and forever. In the name of Jesus we do pray. Amen. Okay, so again, for those of you who have never seen one of my videos, what I do is I read the word, and then I talk about how it relates to me, and I basically just, you know, say how, I don't know, how it was interpreted by me, and maybe it might be interpreted by you, to you the same way, or maybe not. But here we go. I'm sharing it. I'm reading my Bible anyway, so I just started picking up the camera and just recording whatever comes out. Now, the book of Ecclesiastes was written by Solomon. And he was just searching. He was searching for happiness. He was searching for satisfaction. He felt empty. He talked about work. He talked about death. He talked about wisdom. And basically, to me, it started off as like complaints. And I was like utterly flabbergasted, because as human beings, when we're lost and we're going through something, we do actually be like, why? We might not, you know, they say you shouldn't question God, and it's not like a why, like questioning God, like why this gotta happen to me, but I'm saying like why I gotta do this if this gonna be the outcome anyway, and then why this gotta be like this, and why this gotta be like that, like the first few verses was just, well, the first chapter was complaints. And so we're gonna dig into that. I was related to that because, hey, I just recently found myself in a whirlwind of complaints, and I'm trying to find my way out. So it seemed like somebody was rich and had literally everything that they thought they ever wanted, and was still like so unsatisfied. And this just made me think about how, like, in life we always want and want and want and want, and we never stop wanting. But then I started thinking, like, you know, like, how would I feel if I got everything that I wanted? Like, would I truly be satisfied, or will I just find something else to want? Like, once I get one thing I want, will I just find something else? You know, like, will I just find something else that I want? Because, like, right now I'm praying for a lot of stuff. I really am. I'm very thankful for the things that I do have, but, you know, we always want to go higher. We always want to excel. We always want. So I'm praying for stuff. But then when I read this book, I'm like, okay, so when I get these things, am I gonna find something else to want, or am I just, you know, gonna be unsatisfied? So starting off, I want to key point chapter 1 verse 8 through 11, which says, all things are wearisome, more than anyone can say. The eye is not satisfied by seeing, or the ear filled with hearing. What has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done. There is nothing new under the sun. Can one say about anything, look, this is new? It has already existed in the ages before us. There is no remembrance of those who came before, and those who will come after, there will also be no remembrance by those who follow them. This reminds me of how no matter what anyone on this earth can tell us to satisfy us, no matter what we're given, no matter what we see in life, we still gonna want to hear, do, and see more after that, and the cycle just gonna continue and continue. The things that we crave right now, in the future years, we might not even remember those cravings or even have the same cravings. So after reading that verse, I was just asking myself, like, the things that I think I actually need right now, like, is that what I need? If eventually I'm gonna just end up needing something else, and then after that I'm gonna need something else, and then after that, like, reading this, it in a way really humbled me, because I find myself stressing, because I'm like, okay, I know I have this, but I need more for my boys. I got a roof over my head, but I need a bigger roof over my head, and da-da-da. Like, I'm stressing about stuff that I feel like after reading this won't even matter in the next few years, or stuff that I want right now that I won't be wanting in a few years. Like, those wants are gonna get replaced with other ones. Like, it humbled me. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it humbled me, and as I read on, it's gonna humble me and lay me down. So let's just keep on going. And so as I read on to chapter 3, like chapter 1 and chapter 2, I'm not gonna read all of it because it's a bit lot. It's a bit of a lot. So I do want y'all to read it at home. So I'm just gonna, you know, talk about the key points to me in the book of Ecclesiastes. But chapter 1 and chapter 2 basically was just like a lot of my dog is barking, sorry. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 was basically just like a lot of complaining about, you know, I'm not satisfied. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not satisfied. And so as we got to chapter 3, things start to really hit home for me, especially in regards to my current state. Chapter 3 starts with a verse that says, there is a time for everything. Everything on earth has a special season. There's a time to be born and a time to die. Now, we hear that all the time. But I have never actually found the verse in the Bible and read it myself. So whenever you hear somebody say it's a time for everything, it's a time to be born, it's a time to die, that is in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It starts at verse 1. So we're going to keep that in mind. And after this, the author goes on to say how like there's different times for different things, like killing and healing, destroying and building, crying and laughing, sadness and dancing. And then it also states in verse 6 that there's a time to look for something, and then there's a time to stop looking for something. Now that right there was like a ding 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 light bulb in my head, because I recently found myself searching so hard for where it is that I'm supposed to be and exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I put a lot of pressure on myself in regards to figuring that out, when in reality it might not be time for me to be searching for where I need to be. And instead I should just find happiness in the state that I am in at the moment. I feel like lately I have been so on myself about, girl, you need to get a move on it. Like, you got all these ideas, you need to just pick one and go for it. But then my mind battles and it's like, okay, if you just pick something and go for it, then it might end up in an epic fail. You might waste money, you might waste time, this might not be what it is you're supposed to be doing. And then I'm like asking God for signs, and then I'm also battling like still having to handle my babies every day, still having to go to work every day. I work in a form of social work, so I'm helping other families every day. I'm listening to their problems. Like, I got a lot on my head, a lot of pressure on my mind to be just so heavily focused on trying to find my purpose, when sometimes we have to wait and let things come to us. So I feel like this kind of told me, like, you need to settle down a little bit. Like, you're clearly not lazy, because you are searching for something to do, searching for something to shoot off and, you know, put you in a position where you're supposed to be. But maybe it's just time for you to stop searching and just maybe let it come to you. And if it don't come to you, at least stop searching and take a break. Godly, stop searching and take a break. Enjoy the things that you have right now. Enjoy the position that you are in, so God can see like you do already deeply appreciate the many blessings that he has already, you know, bestowed on you. And then you can worry about, you know, going higher or you know, excelling or whatever like that. And then so on to chapter 3, verse 12, it says that I realized that the best thing for people is to be happy. They should just enjoy themselves as long as they live. I feel like basking in this verse will eliminate so much stress for me while putting my trust in God that he'll lead me exactly to where it is that I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just let him work while doing the work that is required of me in this season. Because I am working, I am spreading his word, I am reading his word. I feel like I'm still doing a better job than I ever have in my life, as far as like being on this journey with God. And I mean, I'm not unsatisfied. I know that I have a long way to go, but I know that right now in this season, I am still working. So I'm just gonna appreciate where he has me right now, and I'm just gonna do what it is he is requiring of me right now. And then when he lead me on forward, then I do what he requires of me then too. So I just have to remember to not let the world trick me into thinking that I'm not doing enough, because I know I am working hard. I just be wearing myself out just to keep up with the world, because everybody is, everything moving fast. So when I see other moms doing their social media and stuff like that, like, of course that's gonna push us and spark up a drive in us. But if it ain't your time, it just ain't your time, and I accept that. And yeah, so with me summing up the first few chapters of Ecclesiastes, I don't know, like I feel like this was a book in the Bible that I really needed to read, because it does hit home for me. A lot of stuff I read in the Bible hits home. I always find a way to apply it to myself in my own life in a way, because that helps me understand the Bible more. And so far, out of all the books that I have read, and I read the books of the Bible that I do read, I read them at different stages in my life, and this one right here has applied like more personally, because I did go through my period of complaining, like what good is all of this I'm working for. Like I went through that period, but I'm working my way out of it, and I'm going to continue to dive into the book of Ecclesiastes, because we are not done. But we are done for now. So to sum it up, out of all of this, I got the message to just wait. Just wait. Like I feel like I just need to wait. Not worry so much, not work myself so hard, especially not work myself so hard to the point where I'm like overdriven, because I can't take it with me. When I pass, it's just gonna get passed on to somebody else and passed on to somebody else and live for somebody else. Like I can't take it with me, so I'm gonna work hard enough. I'm gonna keep doing, the work that I am doing. But since me worrying and complaining and doing it my way ain't got me nowhere, I'm just gonna take a chill pill and bask in the moment that I'm in. I do want y'all to dive in, because it's some really good stuff in the book of Ecclesiastes so far, and I need y'all to dig in with me, so that y'all can reach out, ask me questions, give me feedback, chime in, stuff like that. Y'all be messaging me privately, and I want y'all to get in the comments. That's what I would like for y'all to do, is to get in the comments. But if not, it's okay. But yeah, that's so far where we are, chapters 1 through 4. We're gonna keep it moving, and I will see y'all next time. I already started doing my studying on the next few chapters in writing, so stay tuned. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a awesome rest of your week. Get in your word, make time for it. I don't care what you got going on. Make time for God, because he always has time for us, and he never shuts the door in our face. So don't shut the door in his. I don't care it don't matter what you got going on. He know what you're gonna have going on before you have it going on. Take it to him anyway. But yeah, that's it. Peace.
Too busy getting cake, I cannot respond. Sorry, I'm running late, baby, here I come. I know I made mistakes, but I'm catching on. Sometimes I need a break, I wish I was gone.